The value of your life. In the picturesque town of Elder Spring, nestled among emerald hills and a crystal-clear river, there lived a craftsman named Elias. Known for his intricate wood carvings, Elias possessed a rare talent that brought beauty into the lives of those around him. Yet, despite his gift, Elias often wrestled with a lingering doubt. What was the true value of his life? Elias had grown up in the shadow of his father, a legendary inventor whose creations had transformed the town. Townsfolk would often compare Elias's humble carvings to his father's groundbreaking innovations. While people appreciated Elias's artistry, he felt his work paled in significance. One day, as he strolled through the bustling town square, Elias noticed a crowd gathered around a merchant's stall. Displayed prominently was a dazzling gemstone that seemed to capture the light of 1,000 sunsets. "What makes it so valuable?" Elias asked the merchant, intrigued by the onlooker's fascination. The merchant replied, "Its rarity, its brilliance, and what others believe it's worth." Elias walked home that evening, the merchant's words echoing in his mind. In his workshop, he gazed at an unfinished carving of a phoenix. The piece symbolized resilience and rebirth, themes that deeply resonated with him. Yet, as he ran his fingers over the smooth wood, he wondered, could his work ever hold value in the eyes of the world? Determined to find answers, Elias decided to embark on a journey. Packing a handful of his best carvings, he set out to explore the world beyond Elder Spring. Along his travels, he met people from all walks of life, a struggling farmer, a wandering musician, and a scholar in search of purpose. To the farmer, Elias gifted a carving of a wheat stalk. The man held it tightly, his eyes welling with tears. "This reminds me that even in the harshest seasons, life finds a way to thrive," he said. To the musician, Elias presented a carving of a bird in flight. The musician smiled broadly and said, "This is freedom, like the melodies that lift my spirit." To the scholar, Elias gave a carving of an open book. She marveled at its craftsmanship and said, "This represents the endless pursuit of knowledge and understanding." Each encounter left Elias with a profound realization. The value of his work wasn't in its material worth, but in the joy, hope, and inspiration it brought to others. His creations resonated with emotions that couldn't be measured by gold. When Elias returned to Elder Spring months later, word of his journey had spread. The townsfolk greeted him warmly, eager to hear his stories. They began to see his carvings in a new light, not just as decorative objects, but as vessels of meaning and connection. One evening, a young boy approached Elias with a timid request. "Will you teach me to carve?" he asked. "I want to create things that make people happy, like you do." Elias's heart swelled with purpose. He realized that his true legacy wasn't in the carvings themselves, but in the knowledge and passion he could pass on to others. Teaching the boy became his first step toward building something greater than himself. Over the years, Elias's workshop transformed into a haven for aspiring artisans. Young people from all over came to learn the art of carving, but more importantly, they learned how to infuse their work with meaning. Elder Spring became known not for grand inventions or treasures, but for the beauty of its shared humanity. As Elias watched his students bring their creations to life, he thought back to the merchant's words. "Value is determined by perception," he had said. Now, Elias understood. The value of his life was not in comparison to others, but in the lives he touched and the legacy he nurtured. In the end, Elias's story was not about fame or fortune, but about the countless moments of connection and inspiration he created. His carvings became symbols of hope, freedom, and resilience. And as he shaped each piece of wood, he knew, beyond any doubt, that his life was priceless.